Hi friends, welcome. So in today's session, we'll be discussing about the leftover part of our last session. So in last session, we discussed about complete dominance, that is monohybrid cross, and incomplete dominance. Okay, and the third part in inheritance of one gene concept, that is co-dominance. Till now, we have studied the monohybrid cross, which exhibits complete dominance. One allele was dominant. If another recessive allele comes in contact, the dominant allele only will express. Okay, so that character is only expressed. Recessive character is not expressed in heterozygous condition. Okay, so in incomplete dominance, the example what we studied was snapdragon and Mirabilis chelapa, flower color. There, the dominant allele will not completely exhibits. Okay, so it's blend, mixing of character is seen where it is incompletely dominant. Okay, hence that was incomplete dominance, and both the ratios what we saw was different. And today what we'll be studying is co-dominance. Co-dominance means when two alleles come in contact, that is, if both the dominant allele comes in contact, so those both the dominant alleles will express themselves. For example, to think there is black cow, the skin color is black and the male is white. Okay, if we cross that one, then what happens? If it is dominant, so if black is dominant, only the offspring skin color will be black. If it is incomplete dominant, it might be the mixture of both, gray color you may get. In codominance, what happens? So the cow may be black with white patches on that, or it will be the offspring, what I am saying, it will be white and black patches on it. Means here both the alleles will express themselves. That is what we call it as co-dominance. And one example we will be studying, it is ABO blood groups in man. Okay, so ABO blood group was discovered by the scientist Karl Landsteiner for the first time. Okay, he is the man who discovered the blood groups. Means we are having four types of blood groups, that is blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. These blood groups are named so based on the antigen that is present on their RBC. Okay, so they got the name AB, AB and O blood group because of the antigen which is present on the RBC. Okay, so in our red blood cells we have a particular sugar polymer, or you can say antigen present. Okay, based on that antigen it is classified as this blood group. Okay, let us see what is this antigens. Okay, two words I will be telling for you. One is antigen and another one is antibody. Okay, so antigen we can also call it as isoagglutinogens and antibody as isoagglutinins. Okay, so antigen is called as isoagglutinogen, antibody we call it as isoagglutinins. Okay, so antigen, so these are nothing but these are the proteins. So RBC is a cell. So RBC is surrounded by the plasma membrane. So on the plasma membrane you have a particular protein, and this protein we call it as antigen. So what is antigen? So antigen is nothing but a protein present on the surface of RBC. Okay, in RBC we have two types of such antigens. Okay, so antigen A and antigen B. So we have two types of antigens. So antigen A antide, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು antigen B antide. Okay. So next we have antibodies. So antibody is nothing but this is also a protein that is present on the plasma. So ಈ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ, RBC ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So if you classify the blood, okay, so blood can be divided into two major parts. ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಆ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, WBC, RBC, ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ fibrinogens, glucose, everything, amino acids will be present in that liquid. Okay, so that is what we call that as plasma. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ A ಅಂಡ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ B. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಆಂಟಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಇದಾವೆ, A ಮತ್ತೆ B. ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಎರಡಿದೆ, A ಮತ್ತೆ B. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿನ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು just to tell so which blood group has which antigen and which antibody. Okay, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ A ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾರ್ದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ A ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ RBC ಕೆಂಪು ರಕ್ತ ಕಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಯಾವುದು, A ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ B ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ A ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ A, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕೊಯಾಗುಲೇಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಪ್ಪಗಟ್ ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ರಕ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ if your blood group is B, then your antigen will be B. Okay, RBC ಮೇಲೆ A ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ್ದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಬರೇ B ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಯಾವ್ದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ A ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಇಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈಸ್ AB, ಆವಾಗ RBC ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, A ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ B ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ RBC ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ A ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ RBC ದಲ್ಲಿ B ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. AB ಇದ್ದವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಏನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಬಿನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ AB ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ. ಸೊ A ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ B ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಿತ್ AB ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬರೀ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡು ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಿಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ O ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್, ಯಾವುದು ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ರಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಏನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಬಿನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ದೇರ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಓದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಏನು ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ O ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್. ನೌ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದಿಟ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ A ಆಂಟಿಜನ್, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಸ್ A. If your blood is having B antigen, hence your blood group is B. If your blood is having both the antigens, AB. If your blood is not having any antigen, hence O blood group. Okay. Hence, if you look at this, entirely the name of the blood groups depend upon the type of antigens you have. And another important thing that you have to remember here is that, so normally ರಕ್ತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ರಕ್ತ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ A ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ರಕ್ತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅವರು ಏನೇ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ B ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, A ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ದೇರ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಕೊಯಾಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ AB ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಯಾರ್ಲಿಂತಾದ್ರೂ ರಕ್ತ ಪಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೆನ್ಸ್ AB ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, So AB is called as universal acceptor. Okay, AB ದವರಿಗೆ ಓನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಿನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ರಕ್ತನ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಓ we call it as universal donor. ಯಾಕೆ ಡೋನರ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್. ಸೊ ಎ ಬಿ ಬಿ ಎ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ರಕ್ತನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ರಕ್ತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಓದೋರು ರಕ್ತ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಓಲಿಂತ್ರ ಮಾತ್ರ ರಕ್ತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ಈ ಮೂರ್ಲಿಂತ್ರ ರಕ್ತ ತಗೊಳಿಕ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹೋಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ನಾವು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ABO ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಸ್ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಈ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ತಯಾರಾಗೋದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರು? ಒಂದು ಜೀನ್. ಆ ಜೀನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಏನು? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಜೀನ್ ಐ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಜೀನ್ ಐ ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಒನ್ ಜೀನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ 2 ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜೀನ್. ಸೊ RBC ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಎ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ if blood group A phenotype ಆದ್ರೆ this is the genotype how it is mentioned. ಈಗ if your blood group is B, then what will be your genotype? So ಯಾ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ RBC ಮೇಲೆ? B ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ B. If your blood group is AB, ಆವಾಗ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಫಾದರ್ ಲಿಂತ್ರ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮದರ್ ಲಿಂತ್ರ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ A and B ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಬಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಹೆಟ್ರೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಎ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್, ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಿ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಓ. ಸೊ ಆ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ RBC ಮೇಲೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ O ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವುದು? ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಎರಡೂ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡೂ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಓ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್. ಸೊ ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ? ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್. ಈ ಟೈಪು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಲಿಂತ್ರ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವರು ಓ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಮದುವೆ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ಫಾದರ್ ಲಿಂತ್ರ ಎ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮದರ್ ಲಿಂತ್ರ ಓ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ತಂದೆಲಿಂತ್ರ ಒಂದ್ ಅಲೀಲ್, ತಾಯಿಲಿಂತ್ರ ಒಂದ್ ಅಲೀಲ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್. ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಟ್ರೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅದಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು? IBI. AB blood group exhibit, AB is the only blood group which exhibits codominance. Okay, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So O it will be like this answer. Okay, means these are the genotypes, this is the phenotype. Means blood group A we can write homozygous condition also, heterozygous condition also. Blood group B homozygous, heterozygous. Okay, AB blood group only in heterozygous, where when both the dominant, A dominant, B dominant gene ಅವೆರಡೂ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟಿಲ್ ನೌ ವಿ ಸಾ ದಟ್ the phenotypes of the blood groups and the genotypes of the blood groups. Okay, so 6 genotypes will exhibit 4 phenotypes in an human being for blood group. Okay, so here we could see that when allele IA and allele IB, okay, when both these alleles are present in an individual, both these allele will express and the blood group of the individual will be AB. Okay, so this is what we call it as a co-dominance, where both the alleles are expressing themselves. Okay, even the blood groups are inherited according to the Mendelian characters only. Okay, and another concept we could see in this the blood groups is that is multiple allelism or multiple alleles. Okay, so one gene, that is I. Okay, so I indicates iso hemo agglutinogen. So this is the full form of the gene I. Okay, this gene I has 3 alleles in human blood group, that is IA, IB and IO, or even you can write it as small I, because this is the recessive and these both are the dominant alleles. Okay, here you can see that one gene has 3 alleles on the same locus of the homologous chromosome. Okay, usually ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಟ್ಟ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇನು ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ complete dominance, monohybrid cross, what we study, we could see that one gene has alternate form of alleles. Okay, one gene ಗೆ 2 allele ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, one gene has 3 alleles. Okay, so this type of phenomenon where 3 alleles are present for a gene on the same locus of the homologous chromosome, we call it as multiple alleles, and the phenomenon is called as multiple allelism, or in a simple term, where one gene having more than 2 alleles controlling a trait, okay, we can call it as multiple alleles, or the phenomenon is called as multiple allelism. Okay, so multiple allelism and codominance, for that one best example what we saw now is that is the blood groups in humans. Even there are many other examples, that is a coat color in rabbits. Okay, so coat color means that is the skin color in rabbits has 4 alleles. Okay, to exhibit a skin color it is only one gene. Okay, so but it has 4 alleles for that one. Okay, if you look at the eye color of Drosophila, so eye color of Drosophila, one gene, but it has nearly 15 alleles for that one. Now let us discuss some of the competitive oriented questions from these blood groups. Okay, if your father is having the blood group, any one of the 4 blood group, either A or B, AB or O, if your mother is having a particular blood group, okay, can we say that what will be the possible blood groups in the offsprings? Or if you have a particular blood group in any one of the 4, can you tell what might be the possible blood group in your parents? Yes, we can say that. Let us discuss that one, the blood group in the parents. So what will be the possible blood groups in the children? Here we have a chart which says that the possible blood groups in the parents. So in this 10 types of blood group, any one of the blood groups will be there in either of the parents. Okay, if such is the case, then what will be the blood groups of their children? Okay, the first one let us discuss. So the blood group of your parents, think it is A and A. So father blood group is A and mother blood group is A. Okay, so let us consider this as the phenotypes. Okay, so genotype of this blood group. So as we studied before that, so A blood group will be having two types of genotypes, either in homozygous condition or it will be in heterozygous condition. Okay, so if we take the homozygous condition, more possibilities we may not get. Okay, so let us solve these problems by taking the heterozygous condition. Okay, so let me discuss by taking the homozygous condition only for you. IA, okay, this one. So what will be the gametes that you will get? So the gametes what you will be get is a homozygotic. Okay, so here also you will get the same. Okay, so when it is homozygous I have written 1. So what will be the definite blood group in the child? It will be A blood group only. But we don't know whether our parents are homozygotic or heterozygotic for that one. If we take homozygotic condition, so definitely we will get only one case. So better let us solve these things by taking heterozygous condition only for all these things. If I take the genotypes as a heterozygous, okay, now what you will get? You will get two types of gametes. Okay, let us solve this by taking the Punnett square. Okay, so by using the Punnett square we can solve this one. So I think this is the female gametes I will write here, and here I will write the male gametes. So the male gametes, and here I will write the female gametes carrying this particular allele. What are the possibilities may occur if this allele carrying the sperm fertilize the ovum carrying this allele? So what is the chance? So you will get blood group A. Okay, homozygotic condition. Okay, if this allele sperm fertilizes the ovum carrying this allele, so that possibility is also possible. So again you will get what? Because A is dominant, okay, over the recessive allele, so the blood group will be A. Or in this case, so again A is dominant here, so the blood group will be A. Or if these two recessive alleles come together, then the blood group will be O. Then what is the possibility if father having blood group A and mother having blood group A? So what are the possibilities in their children? So the possibilities in their children will be A blood group, or it will be blood group O in their children. Okay, either daughter it might be, son it might be, they will get A blood group. 75% chance is there, and 25% chance is that they will get the blood group O. Okay, so let us take another example for that one. Let us take the second example. If the father is A blood group and the mother is B blood group, father A blood group and mother B blood group, or vice versa. Even you can consider mother as A blood group and father as B blood group. Anything you can take. Okay, so what will be the genotypes of that one? A blood group. So let us take both for heterozygous condition only. So IB, I. So two gametes you will get IB. Sorry, two gametes you will get IA and IB. Okay, let me write those gametes here. Okay, what are the possibilities? Let us see. Okay, now IA, IB. So what will be the blood group? So here both the dominants allele come together. It is a codominance. Hence both the alleles will express themselves. Hence the blood group will be A, B. Okay. So here IA, I. So the blood group will be A. Here IB, I. So dominant alleles I am writing first. Okay. Then what you will get? You will get the blood group B. Here the recessive alleles. So what is the possibility if your parents are A, B blood group? Then there is a possible that the daughter or the son, they will be having any one of the blood groups. Okay, so 25% chance. So 25% chances is of A blood group, of B blood group, AB blood group, and O blood group. Okay, so any of the blood group may come to their children. Okay, there is a possibility that any of the blood group which your parents are not having, that is AB blood group and O blood group baro chances ide ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, like this calculate for all the blood groups. Okay, you will get the possible children for the particular parents blood group. Okay, so these are the 10 possibilities in the parents where the children may get different blood groups also. Okay, so this was about the codominance and multiple allelisms for you. When you hear about the blood groups, we don't hear only that the person is having A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group or O blood group. Even we hear that the person is having AB positive or AB negative, A positive, B positive. Like this you will hear about the positive and negative. Okay, let us discuss about that one. What is this positive and negative? Okay, in the topic that is rhesus factor, or what we call it as RH factor. Okay, so this RH factor was discovered first by the scientist, that is A.S. Wiener, and again the person comes, that is Karl Landsteiner. Okay, so these are the persons who is responsible for the discovery of the rhesus factor, and it was first discovered in the rhesus monkey. Okay, hence the name rhesus factor. So the scientific name is Macaca rhesus. Okay, so in this monkey it was first discovered. The question arises, what is this rhesus factor? Okay, as we studied that the surface of RBC in us, if it is having antigen A, it is one of the glycoprotein. Okay, so then your blood group will be A. If it is having blood group B instead of A, then your blood group will be B. Or if both the antigens are present, then your blood group will be AB. Okay, if they do not contain the antigens, the RBC, then your blood group will be O. Along with these antigens, there is another antigen which may be present on our surface of RBC. That is what we call it as antigen D. So here D I am taking it for rhesus factor. Okay, if RH antigen, that is D, which I am indicating that one, if this antigen is present, then your blood group will be positive. If your RBC do not have this antigen, then your blood group will be negative. So what is RH antigen? Nothing but it is also one of the glycoprotein present on the surface of RBC. It may be present, it may not be present. If it is present, then your blood group is positive, irrespective of any of the blood groups. If it doesn't have that antigen, then your blood group will be negative. Okay, so here think, if the person is having both the antigen, that is antigen A and antigen B on the surface, and if it is having antigen D also, then your blood group will be AB positive. Okay, if the person is having one antigen, that is B, only one antigen if he is having, if it doesn't have that antigen, then the blood group of that person will be B negative. Okay, so based on this you will get A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive and even O negative. Okay, O negative means the person will not be having any antigen on its RBC. Okay, surface of the RBC, then it is considered as O negative. If it doesn't have, if any person doesn't have these antigens, then the blood group is considered as O, but he is having the antigen D, then the blood group is considered as positive. And remember, if we consider the rhesus factor, AB positive is considered as the universal recipient and O negative is considered as the universal donor, because the person will not be having any antigen on its surface. In India, 95% of the human population is having Rh positive antigen, means either it might be A positive, B positive, AB positive or O negative. Okay, and 5% of our population is having Rh negative. Okay, so negative blood groups are usually rare blood groups, what we say, especially O negative and AB negative. These are the rarest blood groups, what I can say. Another important thing that you have to know about Rh group is that, so Rh negative person can donate the blood to Rh positive person irrespective of any of the blood groups. A problem arises when the person who is having Rh positive antigen, when he transfers to the Rh negative person. Okay, here what happens, the Rh positive blood group, when it is transferred to the negative blood group, the person will not be having any antigen on its RBC surface or in its blood. So because of this positive antigen coming to his blood, then the human body, because of our immune system, so he will start to develop the antibodies against that one. So if we develop the Rh antibody against that one, so there is a chance that the clumping of the blood will takes place, which may create or will create many problems in the individuals. So if Rh positive antigen blood group is transferred to the Rh negative antigen person, Rh incompatibility may occur. Rh positive person, when he transfuse the blood to the Rh negative person, okay, there will be clumping of RBC or clumping of blood or agglutination of RBC, what we say. So this is what we call it as Rh incompatibility. Okay, in case of marriages nowadays, because of such a knowledge, it has become important to know the blood groups of the individuals, the male and female. So think that in the couples, if the male is having positive blood group, okay, and he marries a female with positive blood group, the blood group in the child will be definitely positive. Why? Because the letter G indicates the gene for a rhesus factor. Okay, so one gene we know that it will be having two alleles. Okay, the dominant. Okay, if the person is having the Rh antigen on its surface of RBC, then we indicate he is having the gene D. Okay, so if the person who is not having the antigen negative, what we say, we indicate the alleles as small d. So these are the recessive, and the person with positive is the dominant, and the person who is not having the Rh antigen is considered as the negative. Okay, so if this case occurs, what happens? Okay, so the gametes will get one allele, one allele will get. So in the child, what it will be? Capital letter D and small letter d. The baby will be having the positive antigen irrespective of the blood groups. If the male is having negative, the female is having positive, so the baby will be definitely having the positive blood group. Okay, so the fetus blood group is also positive and the mother's blood group is also positive, will not create such a problem for the child. Okay, if the male blood group is negative and the female blood group is negative, definitely the blood group in the child will be negative, because both are recessive. What you will get in the child, definitely you will get the negative blood group. Problem arises when the male is positive and the mother is negative, the child will be having the positive blood group. Okay, so this case is a little bit critical if we don't take the precautions. Okay, why I am saying, just see, the mother blood group is negative because she will be not having any antigen, but the fetus will be having the antigen. Okay, if these blood mixes, then what happens? The mother's body, who will not be having the Rh antigen, So when the little bit blood of the fetus enters into the mother's body, so the mother's body will start developing the antibody against that antigen. Okay, so which may cause clumping of blood or agglutination of RBC. Okay, this is what we call it as RH incompatibility, when the mother is negative and the fetus is positive. So during the first birth it may not create a problem because there will be no mixing of blood. So when the baby comes out after the delivery, what happens, they will cut the placenta. Okay, so when cutting, during the cutting of placenta, when little bit amount of blood, even if it enters into the mother's body, okay, so this blood will be having RH positive antigens, so the mother's body will start developing what, RH antibodies against that one. Okay, during the second delivery, first delivery there will be no problem. During second delivery, what happens, the same positiveness will come into the child. Okay, so the mother's blood who has the antibodies, these antibodies through placenta will enter into the baby, and the mother, so the baby will be having, the fetus will be having what, positive antigens. So these antibodies which have entered into the fetus will make the blood clump, or agglutination of RBC will take place, the bursting of RBC will take place. So this disease we call it as erythroblastosis fetalis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, or it is also called as hemolytic disease of newborn. Okay, HDN. Okay, so during this case what happens, there is a chance that when the breaking of RBC takes place, so there is no proper supply of oxygen to the cells, which causes a severe anemia in the child. It may even leads to hepatitis or edema, what we call as swelling of the body may also occur. So there is a chance that the baby may die or may be born with one or the other defects in its body. Okay, that is what is erythroblastosis fetalis. And how it can be prevented? Yes, it can be prevented. Okay, after the birth of the baby, okay, so when little amount of blood enters into the mother's body, so within 72 hours the mother should be injected with one of the injection, what we call it as Rugam injection. So Rugam injection contains the antibodies which will kill the RH antigens that has entered into the mother's body. Okay, so when the RH antigens are killed, definitely there will be no antibodies formed, hence there will be no problems for the second baby. Okay, so this was about the blood groups and the codominance for you. So what you studied, codominance and incomplete dominance, they are completely deviated, means they don't show the ratios what the monohybrid cross had shown, the Mendel's monohybrid cross. Okay, hence we keep the incomplete dominance and codominance under deviation from Mendelism. Okay, so thank you very much.